What's up, my dude? So first of all, let me apologize for this double country accent in this video right here. That pollen has been slaying my ass, dog. So anyways, we have Erode 200 just stepping it up more and more and more. So we'll see what it does here. I'm pretty sure my computer could explode, so we'll just have to wait and see. But not exactly sure even what 200 will do. I don't even know what the limit is on Erode. I guess we're about to find out if we continue to make these videos, but I don't know. I have not tried anything above 100, so, and we're doubling that here in this video. So dude, I think the 15 track Supercross and Motocross are the best in MX Simulator history. They just, oh dude, like, I don't know, the flow of them and the scaling of them, man, 15s were just hard to beat. And man, they've just gotten on some other wave with these 16 and 17 tracks. I don't know, man. It's definitely not my kind of style for sure. I mean, some of the 17s were okay, like some of them had like the perfect amount of scaling, and it just all worked out pretty good with that particular layout of the track. But I can't remember any of the 2016 tracks that I really enjoyed, like, whatsoever. So that's kind of where I'm at. Didn't really hardly ride on any of the 16 outdoors. The 15s I'm way more used to. And as far as Supercross, like, I don't know, man. The 16s, ugh, they put a bad taste in my mouth. It was like they had this constant sort of make the tracks harder, bigger scale. You know, they just kept going up that ladder from 2011 all the way up to 15. But then it seemed like in 16, it's like they almost went like a totally obtuse diagonal angle from that like sort of ladder that they were climbing there. It's like they went in a totally different direction. And then now in 17, it's like they're kind of trying to gather their cards back together. And it's, I mean, some of the tracks were cool and different, but there were some of them in 17, at least so far in the Supercross. Oh my God, dude. Like, I would call those worst tracks in RF history. Some of them. Now, some of them were a lot of fun, and I think they were close to being on par with a 15 track, but some of them may even be a little bit better than some other 15 tracks. But as far as like an overall sense, ugh, I don't know. I don't know where these tracks are going, man. And it's difficult, you know, because you always got to change up. Woo! Yeah, I see that. Looks like a damn trimmer came through here. Whoa! But yeah, so, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see over time kind of how it evolves and changes. And it's the same way with real life, you know, motocross. Yeah, look at this, dude. This is making like almost such a big rut that it's not even a rut. This is basically like a berm maker. Not even a rut maker, just a berm maker. Oh, this is kind of crazy right here, dude. Wow, look at that. Like, already built a crazy line right here. And I don't know, like, how quickly, for instance, I'm about to sneeze, motherfucker. Get out, you sneeze. Don't you fucking hate that when you gotta sneeze and it won't come out? Oh, God. Okay, so what I was trying to say, though, is like in real life, you know, they have to evolve the tracks every year. And it seems like here recently they've really been getting into that, like, a lot tighter style tracks with more peaky type jumps and making the races a lot longer, makes them rougher and more ruddy. And I don't really necessarily have a problem with that, but it just, I don't really know if I like that, like, direction. Like, if you'll go back and look at some of the races from, I would say, 2009 through, like, the Villopoto era, you know, I would say right after Villopoto left is when it started really making this weird transformation from, like, a little bit more open to super tight, just like weird. I mean, that's only bizarre. That's the only way to explain the sort of the way the Supercross tracks have started getting here recently. And I'm kind of hoping they go back to more of what they were more like in 2000 and you know, 12, 13. I'm talking about in real life, by the way, not MX Simulator. I'd never want them to go back to tracks like 2012 in MX Simulator. Those shits are way too easy. But, you know, and that's always the balance you're trying to find. Like, is it too hard? Is it, like, not rideable enough and different stuff like that? You always kind of got to figure that out. And I think really what it comes down to is the actual spacing and height and overall layout and distance of the jumps, more so than anything else. That's what really depicts how the overall feel is going to be. And I like the tracks that are have a little bit more space to them, like a little bit more. And it's not just that though. I mean, it's the way the jumps are built. It's like the way the peakness is and stuff. But we'll just have to wait and see how they kind of evolve everything and how the motocross tracks end up being this year and everything. But woohoo! Yeah, this is definitely done some ruddy action here. It's just, this is a prime example of what it will do when you have your Erode too high. It basically won't even make roughness. It really just digs trimmer trenches. Like trimmer trench berms is pretty much all it's doing here. I mean, it definitely makes roughness, but it's more like whoops, like bigger roller whoops than it is baby braking bumps. So, but you can definitely tell like where I've landed and stuff like that. It really has dug down the dirt quite a bit. But this is obviously not something you would just ever normally want to have going on a track, ever in like a multiplayer race or anything like that. It would just turn stupid in like 2.5 seconds. So, but other than that, whoa, Betsy. But yeah. I just wanted to get on here and test this out, and then we'll do all different kinds of... I love how certain MX Simulator series you can really apply them in a lot of different ways, like try them on every different kind of track out there. You can try different levels of whatever it is. So I love how there's that aspect to MX Simulator content on YouTube. You know, you can change it up a little bit like that because there's so many custom tracks and just all types of tracks and stuff like that out there. But I got a couple more series like I've been talking about. I'll try to get those. I'll see if I can make one of those vids today, and should be coming out fairly soon. So a couple of them really need to be more like with a face cam and stuff like that, and I'll get back into doing that a little bit more. But yeah, so not really any set amount of laps for this ride, just chilling, cruising, hitting these crazy... Now this right here could definitely develop something that is more like, that allows you to actually hit a bigger rhythm a lot better, because that's what I'm kind of noticing. It's almost like it's building like bigger jump faces, not just kickers. It's not like standard kickers as you would think, as I hit a kicker and flip over, but it's not quite like you think. You know, you're not hitting these random kickers that like pops your front end up. It's almost like it's refacing the jump more so than it is, you know, doing that. I always love the water on this track right here. It's been on a couple other tracks too, but dog, that water is sick. So either way, I know some of you guys were recommending that I did this on a motocross track, and dude, I mean, some people may think that I never do, you know, videos that other people have requested that I do, but I've done that like probably, I would say a good 12 or 15 videos have been strictly from people just commenting and recommending that I make the video. So, you know, definitely let me know any sort of different videos you guys want me to make, because I do listen, and I've proven that I've listened in the past quite a few times. But even if I don't say like, hey, this is a request video here, it may still be that, you know. So I see all comments. I really do, and so I appreciate all of it. I know I don't say it enough and thank everybody enough and everything, but it's an awesome thing, man, and it's unexplainable, man. And I love how at this point in my YouTube career, I'm really taking it as serious as humanly possible. Like, I would die for it. People don't get it. People think that's stupid. People think that's cheesy. People think that's not true. Whatever, I don't even give a shit, because I know what's up, you know? I would die for this shit. That's how important it is to me. And you have to get to that point with anything in your life. If you want to take it serious, you have to get it in your head like, I would die for this. More so than fail at it, you know? It does get to that level. And if you're not to that level, then that's okay. There's no problem with it. But don't act like you're 110% in, you know? Or 125% in, you know what I'm saying, dog? A little two-stroke action, but I'm going to start saying that now. You know how all the football coaches and shit say, you got to be 110 in, dude, and all that stuff? Well, I'm going to start saying, you got to be 125% in, man. I think it's kind of funny, but yeah, so, but that's the point you get to, you know, because it's just like it becomes your life. That's actually what it becomes. So, you know, it's like, if YouTube ended for me, it would almost be like killing me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it gets to when I say I would die for it, you know? That's how much it means to me. That's how much dedication I have for it at this point. And I've never been this dedicated to anything else ever before. It's just so fun to me. And I love how YouTube actually allows you to be yourself, and without me getting into this whole new shit that's been going on with YouTube and, like, you know, all the restrictions they've been having. I'm talking about how YouTube was before, and I still think they'll kind of go back to that old system. All these different the sky is falling kind of YouTube things, they all feather out in some degree. So I'm not scared or worried about it. But that was such a big attraction to YouTube, was the fact that you know, you could be yourself, you know, and like you could say whatever you wanted to say, express your real opinions, all that different stuff. So that was such a big attraction to it. So a lot of these bigger advertisers, I don't see how they don't understand that, where it's like, dog, you realize that's why so many people are on YouTube, is exactly because of that. They can be their self. If we couldn't even be ourselves and there was all these restrictions, then nobody would even make videos anymore. You know, that's the whole drive to YouTube. That's the whole pull to it. And some of these advertisers out there just don't get it, man. They don't get it in the slightest. I mean, at all. They don't realize we're the whole reason why they are making money off of those advertisements, you know? So if you don't let us be free, then half of us are going to just quit doing it, and then you're going to lose out big time, you know? Because, I mean, PewDiePie doesn't have to ever make another video in his life. So, and there's a lot of YouTubers out there where they just wouldn't be able to make content anymore. So, you're actually killing your own income in that sense, is what they're doing, and it's so silly. Because it's like, I don't see how they don't realize that 99.99% of people out there don't look at a video and then look at the advertisement on it and go, oh, dude, why the hell is Coca-Cola advertised on that? Regardless of what's on the video. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, stuck in this fucking rut for 30 hours. You know, like, nobody actually thinks, oh, why is Coca-Cola advertising on that? No one thinks that. How do these big companies not get that? And I know H3H3 Productions has been calling their ass out left and right for that stuff, and I love him for it, you know, but it's just like, man, I don't see how it's so stupid how all this came about. Was stupid news outlets out there that started, you know, getting into it with PewDiePie, and so now they're trying to kill YouTube. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, that's a different rant for a different video. So but oh, man, yeah, I'm definitely having to take some different rut lines here for show. This is not, it's almost to the point where I can't even take a different rut line because the rut has dug down the entire track. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost taken up the whole track in that sense. But what I did notice is it's dig down the dirt enough to where it's actually, you know, these little yellow sticks on the side of the track here, it's actually digging it down enough to where those start to float in the air. So, that's kind of interesting how it does that. And I'm just cruising here, by the way. But look at all these ruts right here. Holy crap, man. It's definitely doing something. No doubt. Woo! Gotta be careful. Look at the roughness, dude. That's like, that is gnarly, man. Oh my god. That is just, I would say that is pert near unrideable right there. I would classify that as like basically unrideable to the average human being, but you know, I'm an alien, so I think I can still cruise around here a little bit. That little, oh my god. See how the little yellow stick billboards are kind of floating around? Yeah, dude, what a trench right here. I don't even think an alien can get through this, man. Fuck. Wow. That's gotten deep right there. Oh my god. Look at this. Gotta try to make out with this SpongeBob real quick before I can even get over here. Ugh. Wowzers, dude. This is rough. No pun intended. But anyways, yeah, so I like to and YouTube's just so much fun, man, because it's like an outlet for you. That's what I always loved so much about it. Like, it was literally just an outlet for me, period. You know, nothing else to it. Like, I just love that aspect. And I mean, I love video games and everything else about it. And even the real life videos and stuff. I'm really going to try to get a lot deeper into that with different types of videos on that and stuff. I have a lot of pretty big plans with that, but there's just something about like recording your life. It's the coolest thing, because it's like, it's no longer just these faint memories in your mind. It's like you can go back and see everything you've done in your life. And that's kind of what YouTube becomes. It's like a life history record, basically, is the way I look at it. And I just love that aspect of it more so than probably any. The fans are cool. Trust me, I think that is just amazing, that whole side of it. But really, I don't do it for like a fame thing. I do it for showing people my creations, whether it be custom tracks, whatever the case may be, and just showing the different experiences I go through with things, you know, whether or not people want to watch or don't want to watch. If I only had 5 subscribers, I would still be making videos just like I am today. Whereas a lot of people, they get caught up in the subscriber count shit. It like, that becomes more important than the whole reason they started YouTube, you know? And I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that I think that gaining a bunch of subscribers isn't fun, because it is. It's like, oh, holy balls. It's like, oh, dude, you know, this hard work I'm putting in, people are actually enjoying it, you know, and that is fun. And I see that side of it, but just don't get caught up in it. It's all I'm saying. To some of you smaller YouTubers out there, like, you can never give up on it if you really love it. And when you love it to the degree that I do, then you realize that giving up is like silly talk. You would never give up regardless, because you don't even care if anybody watches or not in a deeper sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you love to do it regardless. So it has to really get to that point, I think, with YouTube, if you ever want to take it super serious. I think that is the most important part, is the want for it, for anything. And that's easy to say, and I know everybody says that, you know, oh, you gotta want it. Fucking, you've heard that 10 million times. But it has to actually be a flip of the switch in your mind, I think. This is where a lot of people don't actually explain this part of it. You know, a lot of people want it and dream of having it, but just don't make it happen. And that's because it's hard work. That's because it takes a long time. It takes dedication for a long period of time. So see, I have an addictive brain type. So with me, so you got to figure out what kind of brain type you have, and then you have to adjust on how you actually channel that into what you're doing. And this is like some next level guide shit right here. But you know, figure out what kind of brain type you have, and if you have a super addictive brain type, then what you have to do is cut off everything else. Every bit of the outside world, you have to cut that off and focus on one thing. And that's how you can actually make it work with an addictive brain type. Now, with a more moderate style brain type, I'm not really sure, because I don't have that brain type. You just kind of got to know yourself a little bit to and then actually integrate that into how you do YouTube. Holy shit, these ruts. But anyways, yeah, I got off on like 4 different videos right there that I need to make in separate videos. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll try to do some more vids like this in the future. I rode 8 laps on the track, and you can see it is basically rut hell. So But yeah, still fun to see and everything. It just basically makes the whole track like a... Oh, dude, it's just... Oh, man. No way to explain that right there. That is... It's like the whole track becomes a whoop section, you know? That's what it... Even in the corners and stuff. Like big whoops, man. I'm not talking small. I'm talking big whoops, and they're spaced apart just enough to where you can't really skim it. You're kind of like jumping, humping through it, but it's hard to explain kind of what it's made here. But it's still rideable though. I mean, you can't say this is not rideable. Oh, dude, I almost hit a line where I jumped all the way over that little thing right there. Whoa. Oh my gosh, man. It will just take your front end and launch it whatever direction it wants to. It can go left, right, east, west, north, south, Kanye West. It'll do anything. Hey dudes, I just wanted to let you know that there is a link in the description to donate to me if you want to support me, and if you can't or you just don't want to, I totally understand. That's why it's completely optional, but I will be listing my top 10 donators at the end of every single future video, and I will shout out every new donator at the end of a video, even if they're not top 10. So I want to let you guys know that I have all of my different playlists on my front page, whether it be game-specific playlist or series-specific playlist. So if you're looking for any particular game or particular series that you want to watch, I have it all laid out there in a pretty organized manner on my front page. And my email address is spencerturley@live.com, no space, no capital. And I do accept sponsorship offers. And you guys should also follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Steam, all that different stuff at Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Later, dudes.